2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Bringing them out, the former Tar Heel, second-year pro, Sam Howell.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now Howell, Smith and Jigba with a grab. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. Now Howell. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And Howell will throw it. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
So here are the Raiders now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by the 5th-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 90 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Again, it's Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers.
Murray now to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. This defense for the Steelers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Barkley again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. I'm looking down from our booths. You can tell this crowd wants him to go for it right now.
And believe me, he knows it. And he's weighing that through his head right now. Actually trying to filter that out because this needs to be a cold decision by him. Not influenced by the crowd, not influenced by the outside factors. Does he believe in his team enough to go for it right here? I think he's going to reward the crowd and do it.
And if he doesn't get it, they have to go the full length of the field. We'll see. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week, 20 carries, 53 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Powell. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down and 2. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Back to throw. Howell. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. First down, Howell to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The Steelers at 2-0 here to begin the season. Now off to exactly the start you're hoping for. Nothing for the fan base to complain about, at least not yet.
I like the way that you phrased that. Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a long ways to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way if they stay in that mode throughout the season.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Howell down to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Howell. That is caught. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Pacheco once more. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Isaiah Pacheco. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. To return it, Darius Phillips. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Raiders now set to get the football back. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A nice little juke, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. He's got Lewis. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Here's Howell. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They'll run it again with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. A short one there, caught by Likely. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Murray now. It's complete to Williams. Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Murray. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now Murray again. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Here's Murray. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Murray. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Harold Landry. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. There he goes left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Howell throwing on 1st down here. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Hold everything because we got an injury, and it's a notable one. Ezekiel Elliott in some discomfort following that last play. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Howell throwing again after the pick six. Complete to Smith-Njigba. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Howell out of the shotgun. Finding Smith-Njigba downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that's going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Howell will throw it. Left side, he finds Smith-Njigba. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one is right down the middle, and that will knot us up at 10. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Raider offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down, Murray. A short one there, caught by Likely. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Murray. He'll find Williams on the slant. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. And he is caught. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it, and that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this one complete to Smith. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Murray off play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced the punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Off play action. It's Howell. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were 3-point winners a week ago. They lead by 3 here as well as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Harold Landry bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll go play action. Howell. Looking deep for Jennings. Oh, and that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Fournette. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Murray now. They'll swing this out to Fournette. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Shotgun now for Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so. And that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
From the 44-yard line, here's a second down and 4. Up the gut, Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. On play action, it's Murray. A pass underneath for Fournette. Short completion, just 4 yards, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that extends their advantage to 6 at 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they doubled that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Howell. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. what a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Murray now on first down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Fournette on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Murray. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Murray going to throw. And he's going to go down again. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. He's been terrific so far. And taken right on the 30. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's caught by Jennings. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. And Howell will throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A first down carry for Barkley. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. But Nick Bosa so quick on the outside, he gets in there to bring him down.
Well, they need to make something happen for a chance at a comeback, and I'd say that qualifies. They took advantage of the play-action pass by the offense, ran right through it, and got a big sack in a big moment.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. To throw is Murray. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Joe Tryon, his second sack of the night.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And now out come the Steelers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Powell throwing on third down here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Takes it down to the 10-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Carlson able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So now the Steelers down by 9. A minute 45 to play. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Powell to throw. This is Jennings. Now second down and a few inches. Here's Howell. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
They're going to run it with Barkley, and he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It's Howell with another throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Howell. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Howell down to throw it. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
That's interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. It's up and it's good, so that'll mean the final deficit will tally out at 10. On one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way